stimulation educational platform training slides. We're going to go through these slides today so that you have the opportunity to get a great overview of stimulation skincare and the background and the technology and the products itself. And we will have questions in between, so you'll have the opportunity to review them and also the opportunity to go back and actually take a quiz for certification. The buzz around stimulation has to do with a couple of phrases that we use. Where science meets nature, which means we use stem cell science, which is currently very, very big in the medical field. And also we're considered clean clinical, so we do not have any of the undesirable ingredients that we use, and we're considered very clean in a clinical setting, which is relatively unusual combination. So the products are actually designed to be highly effective and consumer-friendly, and we're built on this foundation of utilizing all that we know about great skincare. Antioxidants, alpha-hydroxy acids, and delivering the highly active ingredients in an aloe vera base. The inspiration for our brand came from Lori Nicole, and she actually founded the company in 2008. Lori's background is that she actually is a mortgage banker, and she became very successful at that and realized after the economy started to slide in 2007, 2008, she was going to get out of the banking business and do something that she was very passionate about. Lori's passion came from a skin ailment that she has, which has to do with her body's inability to produce vitamin A and vitamin D. This causes premature aging issues. So the line itself was created to help minimize premature aging and help the skin to heal itself. Lori actually, when she resigned from the mortgage banking business, actually went to become a technical advisor in business development for a stem cell research company affiliated with UC Irvine. And it was here that she met the scientists that introduced her to all of the amazing technologies that went into the creation of stimulation skincare. So the science of stem cells actually is very, very popular currently in medicine because we know that stem cells are our natural defense against deterioration of the body. Early in life, a stem cell is about human development. Later in life, they are a repair system for the body. When we're born, or before we're born, we have an abundance of stem cells that help us to become who we are. Later in life, they become the repair system, but there are fewer of them. And by the time you're 50 years old, you have less than 2% of the original stem cells you were born with. So what that means is that the stem cells that you do have help with the repairing factors within the body. However, the skin is the last to be taken care of, so the actual healing and repair process slows way down. So by applying stem cell growth factors, and these are the messaging molecules or the signaling proteins that are actually deposited from these stem cells, the skin can respond as it did when it was much younger because the proteins now are back and are applied to the skin topically. So again, what is the buzz about stimulation? Why was stimulation created? Where did the founder, Lori Nicole, find her answers to helping with skin issues? And what sets stimulation apart from other stem cell skincare? So let's talk a little bit about stem cells. A stem cell is a single cell that can either replicate or differentiate. Now, in a Petri dish, they replicate, and they will constantly multiply. In normal human development, they will differentiate into the various cells within the human body to actually create a human being. A pluripotent stem cell, which is embryonic, can become any cell in the human body. There are 220 cells in the human body, and a pluripotent stem cell has the potential to become any of those. We do not use embryonic stem cells. Embryonic stem cells are not allowed to be used in the U.S. But these are considered the most potent because they actually are what form us into a human being. Stimulation skincare uses mesenchymal stem cells. A mesenchymal stem cell is considered multipotent, and multipotent stem cells can make cells from one lineage. So a mesenchymal stem cell can become a fibroblast, a stromal cell, which is a bone marrow cell, a muscle cell, a chondrocyte, which is a connective tissue cell, or an osteocyte, which is a bone cell. So it is very potent. It has the ability to become any of these. Mesenchymal stem cells come from the mesoderm, which is the middle phase of human development. So they are not a pluripotent cell. They're from the next level before the cells actually differentiate into specific parts of the body. A unipotent cell is a skin cell, or a skin cell is a unipotent cell, which means it can make cells only from one cell type. So a skin cell can only become another skin cell. So we can have a skin cell, and in the early days of using stem cell growth factors, it was the basal cells, it was the neonatal skin cells that were actually used to derive the growth factors. The issue with these is that they are unipotent, so they can only become another type of skin cell, a squamous cell, a basal cell, a melanocyte, but they can't become anything else. So it means they're less potent, and they provide fewer growth factors for the healing and repair process. Mesenchymal stem cells are derived from the bone marrow. This is where mesenchymal stem cells can be found. The bone marrow, as we know, contains many abilities to help to repair and heal the body. The stem cells are actually done with what we call a bone marrow aspiration, and so the stem cells are actually taken from the bone, the iliac crest of the pelvic bone, which is the thinnest area of the body and the easiest to derive these types of cells. Now, keep in mind there are more than just the ability to have bone marrow cells. These bone marrow cells are only the one of the 6 types of cells that can be created from a mesenchymal cell. So these are a multipotent cell. They provide an abundance of growth factors. The bone marrow is donated from healthy adults who are screened heavily. The bone marrow then the stem cells, the mesenchymal stem cells, then are placed in a media where they multiply. They deposit growth factors into the media. It is the media then that is used as the primary ingredient in stem cell growth factor products. And this is consistent throughout the industry. So whether you're speaking of SkinMedica or Neocutis that use unipotent skin cells or other types of cells that are used, they're grown in a media The media is what's used as the main ingredient, and the actual cells are used for research. This diagram explains how close we actually are to the original source, which would be the oocyte. When the human egg is fertilized, it becomes a totipotent morula and then a blastocyst. The blastocyst contains the pluripotent stem cells. The next phase of the development is the endoderm, which is the inside, the mesoderm, which is the middle, and the ectoderm, which is the outside of the human body. As you can see, the mesoderm, where mesenchymal stem cells are derived, can become muscle, blood, bone, cardiac muscle, connective tissue cells, and fibroblasts. Question: what are stem cells? What are the three types of stem cells? What kind of stem cell is used in creating stimulation products? A mesenchymal stem cell is what kind of a stem cell, and why is this important? Next, we're going to address why we want to be able to use stem cell growth factors in skincare. We know that stem cells have a natural anti-aging capacity, and that means they provide signaling molecules, growth factor proteins, peptides, and amino acids. These peptides and proteins and growth factors help to revitalize skin. They actually revitalize fibroblast activity, they increase elastin and collagen production, they improve cellular renewal, and help to repair DNA and RNA. And as we said earlier, stem cells are responsible for human development. They're why we are who we are. Later in life, there are repair systems for the body. And as we age, we lose these stem cells, and it is the stem cells that provide the growth factors that are the signaling molecules that tell the cells what to do. In skincare, the signaling proteins or growth factors recognize aging skin as skin that needs repair. These signaling proteins help to restore the youthfulness to aging and damaged skin. So we do not apply live human stem cells on the skin. The stem cells are cultured and processed in a media base. The signaling proteins, the growth factors, are contained in this base, and the base is what's used as the main ingredient in the product. It's called media. The media is now cultured with these mesenchymal stem cells. So stimulation uses human mesenchymal stem cell media as the main ingredient in their product. Mesenchymal stem cells provide a high natural concentration of these signaling proteins or growth factors. So we've spoken a lot about signaling molecules and growth factors and messaging molecules, but why are they important? Well, what we're looking to have them do is to bond with the receptor on the skin cell. This activates the signaling pathways for collagen and elastin to form. This particular diagram illustrates how that works in very simple terms. You see our growth factor off to the right, which is our signaling molecule. When this growth factor engages with the skin cell, this is called bonding with the skin cell. This initiates the signaling pathways for collagen and elastin.